Lead poisoning substances have been removed from our environment for quite some time, now such as lead-based paints, gasoline, and even kids' toys. Lead ammunition being left as one of the harmful materials in the ecosystem has been found to have a harmful neurotoxin detrimental to many bird species, specifically the California condor in this instance. In September of 2013, Assemblymember Rendon proposed Assembly Bill 711, known as the ban of lead ammunition. The bill contains 3 phases, which have begun being implemented since July of 2015 and will conclude going into full effect throughout the state of California in 2019. Since lead has been known to be a toxic substance that has no beneficial need for our nature's ecosystem, both the United States Environmental Protection Agency and Centers of Disease Control have previously proven that lead is harmful to animals and humans, and its long-term effects will accumulate over time. Leading up to this event, lead poisoning had been the leading cause of death among California condors because they are scavengers, which means their primary food source is decaying animals or birds. To contest this, the Department of Fish and Wildlife banned the use of lead in waterfowl hunting in 1991, but they left upland game and the take of larger mammals still viable to be killed with lead shot. Since studies have shown the toxins in lead have become detrimental to our waterfowl and many of the other bird species, those in favor of the bill, such as the Humane Society, believe banning lead ammunition is long overdue. While avid hunters and groups such as the National Rifle Association can concur, this can lead to a substantial loss of revenue in annual hunting license sales or the overall shortage of non-lead ammunition. Today, the California condor is one of the largest flying birds soaring throughout the world. Previously, condors were spread throughout California and other Pacific Northwest states, but as the settlers headed west, many were poisoned, shot, captured, or just disturbed. After being forced out of these areas, the declining population primarily resided in the mountains of Southern California, which California Condor Range was established. Killing these birds has been illegal for about 100 years, which has not been the case for the declining population. Environmental pollutants, poison baits, and lead contaminants in animal carcasses has become the leading death of this particular endangered species. By 1970, biologists began realizing there are only a few dozen remaining, and it forced them to establish a conservation plan. To save what was left of the population, studies were conducted by placing radio transmitters on the wings of a few, and eggs were collected and incubated at the local zoos in Southern California. The struggling population began to show life again towards the end of 1999, as the population rose from 27 to 161 over a 10 to 12 year span. With this bill opposing, such as National Rifle Association, they are upset because they believe there are other environmental toxins out there, such as paint recycling yards. They feel as if they're being the primary target in this situation, because the questions coming up between the use of traditional ammunition and lead poisoning is atop the #1 death of the condor. But the overall main concern here is the price they are going to be selling non-lead ammunition, as these groups believe prices will rise tremendously, plus the decline in the amount of hunting license sales. As the stakeholders proposed to this issue are the groups such as the Center for Biological Diversity and the Humane Society of the United States, which believe removing lead from the wild will not only benefit the wildlife, but humans as well. Audubon of California, a co-sponsor to this bill, released a statement in 2015 stating lead ammunition is the largest unregulated source of lead being put into our environment today. Lead has been killing thousands of non-target birds or other wildlife that scavenge animals as they pick up small fragments. A study done by the National Academy of Sciences predicts that if lead is not removed completely from the ecosystem, condors will never be able to thrive again. Since studies have linked the neurotoxins in lead becoming toxic to both humans and birds or animals, the banning of lead ammunition will benefit not only the natural ecosystem but the overall health to humans. Groups such as the Humane Society have proven the studies of toxins in lead do impact the environmental health. The NRA remains among some of the potential groups who believe there are other lead poisoning contributors in the world today besides ammunition residues. While the hunters' concerns are the overall cost in ammunition may rise, there is concerns of the Department of Fish and Wildlife losing revenue in its annual hunting license sales, as the banning of lead ammunition may leave certain folks behind, as the law will go into effect come July 2019.